Hey everybody, this is Super M Giles hollering at you. I have not gotten, again, I'm throwing up some comic book videos because I just started collecting about 6 months ago. Wanted to share some of the deals that I had, but I also had an idea to share comic books that I think would look good with PFs or other statues, and certainly comic books that pop out to me. This is Batman 422. You can get it for a couple of bucks, literally $1 or $2, at the most $3. But there's not a lot of good Batmans in the 400s. But this one's pretty awesome. And very rarely do you see Batman holding some type of weapon. So when I see him holding a weapon or a gun or something along those lines, I usually pick up that comic. But with the modern Batman, I think this would be awesome to display with him. Obviously, it's a great drawing, and then it's just freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Couple of other ones. We'll go through some Supermans you could do with the PFs, with the Trinity. This is just a cool one. I literally got it for 30 cents. It's got to be like a 9 point something, 8.5. I got it in a 30-cent bin. Jim Lee, 208 Superman, which is crazy to me. But you know, I also want to see from this video, I want to get other ideas from people. It doesn't have to necessarily be an expensive book. It's awesome to display a PF with a #1, but what if you can't afford it because you're buying statues? But there's a lot of cool, cheaper comic books that you could display on the wall or display with the PF. And this is one of them. Another Superman, another Jim Lee, Superman number 204. I got this one. This one's in perfect condition. It's like a 9.0. I was going through a dollar bin in one of my local comic shops and found this. I'm one day going to get the Batman to go with it. That one usually goes for about 150 bucks. The Jim Lee 608, which is the second printing, which is crazy. But shows how much people don't like Superman these days. But this particular book is awesome. I couldn't believe it for $1. I bought it in a heartbeat. For those of you guys who are Lobo and Superman fans and you have both of the PFs, this would be a great book to display with them. Again, guys, I want somebody else to do comic book videos. And show me what would be good, what you think would be good to display with a PF. I'm just giving some ideas. I thought I'd do a short video and go through some comic books that I recently picked up. I got this one again. This is Superman Man of Steel 30 for number 30. I got it for 30 cents, literally for 30 cents. It's in almost perfect condition, and I mean, I'm telling you, it would be cool to display with a Lobo and a Superman. If you have the Trinity, a book that I think would be great to display with it, these next two, this next one for sure, but a good one to display with the Trinity, I think, is this Michael Turner, who's passed way before his time, but I think that's one of the best drawings. It's Superman, Batman number 10. You can get it for a couple of bucks, man. My comic stores around here, they have so many back copies, man. It's awesome. But the Comic Exchange and Snake Eyes Comics here in Knoxville, Tennessee, the guys that own it are awesome. They're great guys, give you good deals. But the bottom line is this particular drawing by Michael Turner died before his time. I wish he was still here. He's one of my favorites, one of my favorite artists, along with Jim Lee and Ed McGuinness, a few others. But this would be awesome to display with Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, or all three of them. If you got Batman and Superman, I picked this one up for a couple of bucks. There's the colored version as well. But I think it would be iconic to do with a Batman and Superman. With my Batman PF, this will be up with it at some point. It's a Batman number 20. It's a variant out of the new 52. I think most of the variants I like better. Literally, this is usually about $10. $10 now that the variants are out if you can find it. but you can get it on eBay for $10 to $15 as well. It is an awesome one. I like this Night of Owls. I just think the colors pop. Batman looks awesome. I think it's a great one to go with the PF as well. And you can usually get it for about 15 to 20 bucks. It could be a big comic book in the future. If the Night of the Owls are ever in any of the movies, this book you could see skyrocket for sure. But this is their first appearance, and you can get it while you can. This next one, I actually got lucky getting in the Harley's Little Black Books cover. It's the Alex Ross. Man, this would be awesome to display with a Joker, a Harley, and a Batman PF. If you've got those three, you need to get this one. I also have, there's 3 versions of this. I have the drawn version, the sketch version as well, but I love the color version. This is one of the best comic book covers they've come out with in a good minute. Staying in that same line with the Harley and Joker theme, if you go with this Neal Adams cover, I actually have 2 of these. It's a variant, a Neal Adams variant. Man, it is an awesome. It's from Batman 227 that he drew originally. I believe that's what it is. But man, this is an awesome freaking comic, and it's starting to go up in price. If you have a Superman and Supergirl that's coming, this would be a cool one to display with them. It's another Neal Adams variant that just came out. It's brand spanking new. Action Comics 49. By the way, that was Detective Comics 49 on that one, on that last little variant. But obviously, you see the iconic pose. I believe it was Bruce Campbell's chin. He filmed one of his friend's room that had every single one of these covers that has ever had a comic book character doing that particular pose, which is pretty cool. If they ever come out with any kick-ass statues, I had to throw this in there because I just recently picked it up for pretty cheap. And get it while it's cheap, I guess. I mean, I guess it's not going to get much higher since there's only been 2 movies that came out. But one of my roommates in college, was actually, he's the stepson of John Romita Jr. John's an awesome guy, so any chance I get to pick up something, so I just had to throw that in the video. Also, before it becomes big, before there's a Shazam movie, before Black Adam gets out, get a Shazam #1. I got it for a great price as well the other day. I think it'd go great with the Shazam statue and a Superman statue. You know it is only a matter of time before they make him, because he is a bigger character than some things that have already been made. So when he does come out, if Prime 1 does take that license, that Marvel license, and run with it from Sideshow, I think they'll eventually do a Shazam or Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call it. Wrong one there. I'm showing you the wrong Hellboy. Hold on just a second. That was not the Hellboy. Here's the Hellboy that I was looking for. That looks exactly like the PF, like that's where they got the art from. I think that'd be great to display as well with the PF. That is Hellboy #1, Seed of Destruction, 1 of 4. It was a mini-series that they did, but it looks like they took the art from that. I recently got this Conan for a couple of bucks. All these comic books I've gotten for less than $30. But this would be a cool Conan to display with any Conan that's out there. The dude who's doing the art in the Avenger, the last couple of books, has been really good. Before then, I thought it sucked. But this dude's pretty good. I got this cover, Star-Lord #1. If they ever make, I'm assuming that they're going to make him at some point out of a PF, since they just did Gamora, I think it is. I think this would be cool to display. I love this cover. Obviously, Rocket and Groot. I got a variant, which is Deadpool, and Groot is growing out of Deadpool. I think that'd be awesome to display with any type of Groot. just because it has a cool shot of Rocket. I have another one that I couldn't find that I wanted to show you guys as well. It's in a box with a couple others that I think would be a good one. Somebody else can show me a better one. I think if you're going to do anything Star Wars, I love the new Vader stuff that's come out. I'll show you another Vader here in just a second that I'm going to display with my Vader PF whenever I get it. But this one will also might be on display because I just think it's cool because it's got a lot of different characters. But anything you got Star Wars wise, you could definitely use that. As the new Marvel stuff is awesome, guys. It's really cool. Darth Vader Down variant that I got from Hastings, which is like it's like a comic book shop, pop culture shop. They are a chain. I know they're in the South, but they end up having some really cool variants. This is iconic. This looks like the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader walking in the snow, just like a Bad A. I just love this comic book, and I think it'll actually end up being with my Darth Vader premium format. If I ever am lucky enough to get a Thanos like Geo-Man, and I can get an XM, or if they make a Thanos, if Prime 1 makes one, or I can actually afford it, or if Sideshow ever does one, this is what will be with it. I do love Thanos. I think he's cool. He's a really cool character. You can get this is the Infinity Gauntlet number 1. You can actually get this for anywhere from $10 to $12, sometimes less than that. But I'd get it now before it becomes bigger in the comics, because this comic book I think is gonna explode. This next one, I could be wrong. I don't know anything about comics, but I think it's going to be more expensive the bigger role he plays in the movies. I'm going to get the Red Sonja, the new premium format. This is Red Sonja number 19, She-Devil with the sword. I just thought it was a freaking cool, look. It looks exactly like what she, with the exception of the snake. It seems like they got some of the art from this particular cover. That's why I think it's cool. If you have a Doctor Doom PF, the one sitting down, or the stand up with the gun, this Uncanny X-Men number 145 is freaking awesome. He's holding Storm. He's beat Colossus. He's beat down Wolverine. He's standing there with the goblet deal. It would go great. It would go awesome with any PF. If you got the large one, man, this would be a cool comic book to display with them. The next one, if you got War Machine or Iron Patriot, which I do, but I would love to get the War Machine. That PF's so expensive. But man, you can get War Machine, which is Iron Man 282. It's the first appearance of War Machine, and you can usually get it for about $25-30 at most places. It's fairly cheap. Next one, Geo-Man, this is for you. Your Red Hulk. I need to send you this one. I got this as Red Hulk number 1. I literally got it for about 30 cents. Ed McGuinness. He's awesome, again, in a 30-cent bin. But he's a really cool dude. But the bottom line is, I think that would be cool to display with the Red Hulk Comic-Cats PFs that are coming out. The next one, I'm going to put, I found the Silver Surfer literally for $1. No, Silver Surfer 75. It's not as expensive as some of the earlier ones, but you can get 50 for $10, or you can get some of the earlier ones for less than that. They also have some awesome covers with Galacticus and Thanos. I mean, there's some cool covers in the Silver Surfer, this version of Silver Surfer. I would go through those things if you got them in your local comic book shop. And he would go great with the Silver Surfer Comic-Cat PF deal. And then finally, which by the way, they need to make a new PF so I can get a Silver Surfer, because that other one's just too expensive. If you got the new Daredevil, this is a Daredevil number 1 variant out of the new Daredevil. I just think this is cool because it's got all of his different costumes on it. I think it'd be cool to display with the Daredevil statue, and I think that would probably be a pretty cool PF too down there. But anyways, I try to be quick about this. I hope this is not too long of a video. I hope you can withstand it. I hope it wasn't too confusing or that you couldn't figure out what particular comic book is. But I just challenge other guys out there who make what am I saying? What am I saying? I'm challenging everybody to show me some comics that would be good for PFs. I was rambling there for a second. I lost my mind. Sorry. But show me some comics that you think would go good with PFs. And I'll talk to you guys later.